People always saw these men as polite, disciplined, classic Hollywood figures. And they were but beneath that calm exterior, they were tougher than anyone realized. Sam Elliott's voice didn't just echo through generations. It carved itself into American culture. That gravelly, no-nonsense sound became instantly recognizable. The kind of voice that felt like the West itself was speaking through him. But behind the mustache, the wide-brimmed hats, and that slow, steady cowboy stride, Sam carried something he never shared with the world. A quiet storm built over decades. For all the respect he earned across his 6-decade career, there were 6 actors Sam Elliott never forgave. Some disrespected the craft, others crossed him in ways he kept silent about until now. At 80 years old, he finally stopped being the polite cowboy and started naming names. And once you hear who's on his blacklist, you'll never see these actors the same way again. The first is Kevin Costner, the one actor who pushed Sam so far he walked off a set and never returned. Sam built his entire career on authenticity. He didn't just play cowboys. He understood their world, their silence, their scars, their discipline. His presence felt lived in, like every wrinkle had a story, every stare carried history. So, when Kevin Costner stepped into roles like Wyatt Earp or later Yellowstone, Sam didn't buy it for a second. To him, Costner was Hollywood's polished cowboy, clean boots, perfect lighting, smooth delivery, posing more than living. Sam once told a friend he plays a rancher like it's dress-up, calling Costner a man pretending to understand a life he'd never lived. While the world fell in love with Yellowstone, Sam saw a glossy fantasy built for people who couldn't tell dust from dirt. He was even offered a cameo and flat-out rejected it, calling the show a soap opera with a cowboy hat, and producers confirmed the cold energy in the room when the two were ever near each other. Icy, silent, impossible to miss. Then came the blow that shocked Hollywood, Sam's brutal takedown of the power of the dog. He didn't hold back. He didn't sugarcoat. He aimed straight at Benedict Cumberbatch, saying his mannerisms, his voice, his entire performance felt prissy and painfully wrong for a Western rancher. He openly questioned, "What the hell does this Brit know about the American West?" Fans exploded online. Critics attacked Sam as outdated, stubborn, unwilling to accept modern storytelling. But Sam didn't flinch. He believed the film twisted the spirit of the West into something theatrical and broken, ignoring the quiet resilience that defined the genre. Cumberbatch stayed silent, but insiders say the comments hit him hard. Next was Ashton Kutcher, not because of personality, but because Sam believed he embarrassed the craft. To Sam, acting wasn't about followers, algorithms, or Silicon Valley attention. It was discipline, honesty, and emotional truth. So when Sam did The Ranch with Kutcher, the tension behind the scenes became impossible to hide. Crew members said Sam kept things professional but cold. He once muttered, "He's a decent guy, but no real actor." What irritated Sam wasn't Kutcher's kindness, it was what he represented. A new Hollywood where branding was more important than substance. Kutcher praised Sam in interviews, calling him a mentor, but Sam never returned the compliment. He saw someone acting like they learned the craft from YouTube, fast, shallow, and empty. Then there was Nicolas Cage, too loud, too chaotic, too unpredictable for Sam's taste. Sam believed true power came from restraint, from silence that spoke louder than shouting. Cage's explosive, wild style looked like chaos to him. When they worked together on Ghost Rider, Sam stayed polite but distant. Later, he hinted in interviews about actors who turned every scene into a circus, and everyone knew he meant Cage. Sam once told a friend, "He's more firework than flame, big bang, no heat." Cage built an entire legacy out of unhinged performances, but Sam saw no depth in it, just noise. But the deepest cut came from someone Sam once loved like a brother, Jeff Bridges. When they filmed The Big Lebowski, their bond was real, natural, effortless. They shared long conversations, laughter, and a quiet understanding built on mutual respect. But after Jeff won his Oscar, something changed. He became harder to reach, more polished, more wrapped in the Hollywood spotlight. The raw honesty Sam admired seemed buried under designer suits and carefully crafted public appearances. In one interview, when asked about old collaborators, Sam simply said, "Some folks change. Others just show who they always were." Everyone knew exactly who he meant. Jeff didn't respond, but the distance between them said everything. It wasn't betrayal, it was heartbreak. Sam felt left behind by a friend who drifted into a different world. And then came the final name, the one that pushed Sam's patience past its breaking point. Jared Leto. Sam's biggest irritation has always been pretension, the show-off style, the headline-chasing stunts, the method-acting stories that sound more like carnival tricks than professionalism. Rats sent to co-stars, staying in character for months, turning film sets into psychological obstacle courses. Sam hated all of it. He called this style theatrics, masquerading as talent. He even walked away from a movie quietly when he heard Leto had been cast. To Sam, acting was never supposed to be a circus. It was supposed to be real, grounded, humble. Now at 80 years old, Sam isn't chasing roles. He's protecting the legacy he believes in, a legacy built on truth, discipline, and the quiet strength that defined the American West. And if that means standing alone, he'll do it without hesitation. Because in a world full of noise, Sam Elliott still carries himself like the last real cowboy.